Hello, my student. So happy to see you again. It's our day 2 lesson to diphthong. Are you ready? Let's begin. Shall we look at our progress? We have learned the 8 single vowels in the previous lesson, and now we are going to move on to diphthongs. Let's look what diphthongs are. So, what is a diphthong? A diphthong is a type of a vowel. It is a compound vowel, meaning two vowels are combined to create a single, unique sound. How does it work? The two vowels blend together smoothly, and this combination forms a single syllables. Let's take the English word coin. This word contains a diphthong. See, the word coin has a short O vowel sound. It combines with the E vowel sound. Together, these vowels make the sound oi. This oi sound acts as a single unit of a sound known as a diphthong. Even though it involves two vowels, a diphthong creates one smooth blended sound, oi sound. Let's look at boat. Boat has a diphthong, O sound. The vowels O and U make one blended sound of O. You got it? In Korean, there are 13 diphthongs. These are grouped into 4 categories based on the initial vowel sound they blend with. This classification helps you understand the nature of sounds. You don't need to memorize each combination of vowels. The grouping makes it visually straightforward to learn. Each group shares a common initial vowel, making pattern easier to recognize. Let's do the first group. The initial vowel sound of this group is E. E slides into the second vowel sound to form a diphthong. In these diphthongs, the E sound smoothly transitions into the next vowel sound. This creates a seamless blend of two sounds. Let's take a look at the 6 diphthongs in this group. We have the diphthong ya, ya, ya. The diphthong ya starts with a subtle initial E sound. It then smoothly transitions into A sound. Let me demonstrate for you. Ya, ya, ya. The design of ya is very insightful. The character E adds one more small line to ah. Then it becomes ya. Here, together with the silent ing, it makes a complete structure of a syllable ya. Ya. If you notice when I pronounce ya, my shape of the mouth changed from e-a. Ya. 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 Listen to the word 야구. 야구. 야구 is baseball in Korean. We have the diphthong 야. 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 The diphthong ya starts with a subtle initial e sound. It then smoothly slides into a sound. Ya, ya, ya. The design of ya is also very insightful. The character e adds one more small line to a like this, and then it becomes ya. Notice that the shape of my mouth changes as I pronounce ya, 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 여자, 여자, 여자 is woman. Now we have the diphthong 요. The diphthong 요 begins with a subtle E sound. It then smoothly transitions into O sound. Let me demonstrate for you. Yo, 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 yo. The design of yo is quite straightforward. The character E combined with a small line to O and forming yo. Listen to the sound and pay extra attention to the shape of my mouth. Yo, 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 요리, 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 요리 is cooking in Korean. The diphthong U begins with subtle E vowel, then slides into U vowel sound. Let me demonstrate for you. You, 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 you. Let's look at the letter design. The vowel character E transform into additional vertical line to U, forming the diphthong character U. Listen to the sound and pay extra attention to changing of my mouth shape. U, 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 유리, 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 유리. We have diphthong 예, 예, 예. Diphthong 예 starts with a subtle E sound and then smoothly blend into 에 sound. Let me demonstrate for you. 예, 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 예. The visual letter design is also very straightforward. The character E transforms into an additional small line to 에, forming 예. Listen to the sound and pay extra attention to the shape of my mouth. 예, 예, 예. We have this word that starts with the vowel 예. 얘기, 얘기, 얘기 is a talk in Korean. We have diphthong 예, 예, 예. The diphthong 예 begins with a subtle and weak E sound. It then smoothly transitions into 에 sound. Let me demonstrate for you. 예, 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 예. The design of 예 is also very insightful. The character E transforms into a small line and that adds one more line to 에. Then it becomes 예. Listen to the sounds and pay extra attention to my mouth. 예, 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 예고, 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 예고 is a notice in Korean. Let's talk about pronunciation merger. We learned that the single vowels 에 and 에 have merged to sound the same. 예 and 예 are combination of E and the 에 sound. Therefore, 예 and 예 also sound the same. Even though they sound the same, their romanizations are different to indicate they are written differently in Hangul. Great job! Now you have finished the first E diphthong group. We are going to move on to the next O group. See you later! Let's continue with the second group of diphthongs. We have 3 members in the group and they all start with O initial vowel. The 3 members are 와, 왜, 왜. If you look at the letter design of 와, It is very straightforward. You see O. Do you see A in the letter Wa? It is the initial vowel O and then slides into more pronounced A, Wa, 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 Wa. Listen to the sound and look at the change of my lip as I pronounce Wa, Wa, Wa. We have a word that starts with Wa, Wa in, Wa in, Wa in, Wa in is wine in Korean. Next, we have the diphthong we, we, we. It is a combination of U vowel and E vowel. So you start from the initial sound U and it slides into more pronounced E sound. Ue, ue, we. This is a complete syllable with a silent placeholder iung. We, 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 we. It's Y in Korean. Our next diphthong is we, we, we. If you look at the letter design, you must be thinking, oh, it is a combination of U vowel and E vowel. So it must be pronounced as oi, oi. That's not the case. We has some unique characteristics. The Institution of Korean Language classify we as a single vowel. The official pronunciation of we is you make the lips as if you pronounce O, but make the sound of A like this. Woo. However, in modern Korean, the pronunciation of we has changed to we. The compound pronunciation is a transition from O to E. We, we, we. Remember that the letter design of we does not follow the typical visual design of U and E pattern. So this is a complete syllable with a consonant we. Listen to the word that start with the vowel we. 외교, 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 외교 is diplomacy. We finish with the first and second groups of the diphthongs. Let's move on to the third with the initial vowel U. We have the diphthong we, we, we. The diphthong we starts with the sound U. The U sound smoothly transitions into A sound. This combination creates the diphthong we. We, 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 we. Visually, the character U combines with A to form we. This visual combination helps to understand the sound transition. Let's look at the complete syllable with a silent placeholder iung. We. See my lip change? We. We. We have the word that start with we. Waiter. 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 Waiter is waiter in Korean. It's English derived word. Waiter. Waiter. We have the diphthong wa, 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 and it slides into a. Wa, 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 wa. The character u combines with So it's visually very straightforward, and you can understand the sound transition by looking at the letter. This is complete syllable with a silent placeholder 이응, 워, 워, 워. Next, we have the word that starts with 워, 워드, 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 워드 is Microsoft Word. 워드, 워드, 워드. We have the diphthong we. The diphthong we start with a sound oo, and the oo sound smoothly transitions into e sound. We. The character oo combines with e, so it's also visually very straightforward. So you look at the letter of we, and you can right away know that it's a transition from oo sound to e. We. As you guess, it's one syllable we, which means above, and it's written as we. Now we have arrived the final diphthong 의. New Korean learners find the pronunciation of 의 very tricky due to its difficulty to pronounce which does not have the equivalent in English. We have the diphthong 의. It is a combination of sound and e sound. The letter design is very straightforward. You see here and e here, so you can assume it's the combination of and e sound. And notice the romanization is not E-U-I, it is U-I. 의, 의자, 의자 is a chair in Korean. 의자. Now we have covered all the diphthongs. I am so proud of you for coming this far. In the next lesson, Hangul Basic Level 2, we are going to cover consonants and Hangul syllable blocks. I hope to see you there again. Before you go, I'd like to remind you the pronunciation merger in the diphthongs. We have ye and ye. Both ye and ye sound the same due to the pronunciation merger that we discussed earlier. Ye is a combination of e and e. Ye is also a combination of e and e. Ye. Because of the pronunciation merger in e and e, ye and ye also pronounce the same. While they sound identical, ye and ye are written differently. How do you distinguish them? You will have to understand context. When you read, you will have to know the spelling. For example, 얘기 is a talk. And there's another word, 예쁘다, meaning pretty. We have 왜. Despite their similar pronunciation, 왜, and 왜 are written differently. Their distinct compositions and romanization help to indicate their unique written forms. The first 왜 is used to ask why. Second 왜 is used in 한자, meaning outside. The third 왜 is commonly used in words derived from English, such as wedding and western. Okay guys, grab your workbook and let's check how much you can remember. I'm going to repeat the letter sound for 3 times, and there are from number 1 to number 10. Are you ready? Here I go. Number 1, 워. Number 2, 의, 의, 의. Number 3, 와, 와, 와. Number 4, 여, 여, 여. Number 5, it's 2 letters. 예, 예, 예. Number 6, we, we. Number 7, it's 3 letters. 왜, 왜, 왜. Number 8, 야, 야, 야. Number 9, 의, 의, 의. Number 10, you, you. Great job today. Keep up the good work. I introduce you Learn to Read Hangul Workbook, which is designed to help you practice hand letter writing, syllable building, and pronunciation. It will reinforce your visual and kinesthetic learning and help you build a strong foundation in Korean. And that's not all. Check out my pronunciation activity book, Speak and Chat. It is specifically designed to use with the Google Translate voice recognition feature. It is offered for free. Check the link in the description below if you want to get it.